Hey everybody, call me Félix, and today we've got another instant noodle episode. Again, though, this is the upscale instant noodle episode. We are tackling the Ramen Nagi Green King box, and unlike last time, I am not gonna eat the green and black at the same time, or not in the same session, I should say. So I'm being very sensible. I'm gonna have the whole two-person bowl to myself because Warren here, my assistant, doesn't want any.
Yeah.
He's trying to lose weight. Because he's gained weight ever since, ever since the dawn of time, since he's worked here.
Oh, we have this. Okay.
So I think the Green King is supposedly there's like pesto sauce. So this is gonna have like a pesto parmesan taste, I believe, which I have not had here. Like I said before, doing this Ramen Nagi to go box set, I had only had the Butao, as in the best-selling and regular tonkotsu. So there you go. Those are noodles. There's our shao pork. That is the broth again, stock. So I think we have to boil that for a few minutes, Warren. Yeah. Do the
Just
stock.
boil this like 5 minutes.
Yes. So that is the build of our ingredients. You got shao pork. It looks like a round medallion of it. Noodle pack for 2, I believe. Yes. Some red sauce, some garlic, weed, mushroom, and once again we've got this green sauce. This is the pesto. It's going to add the color and the flavor, the dominating flavor of this soup. And then we have vegetables down there. So Warren already, as you could tell from this little splash, he is warming up. The tonkotsu broth should take 5 minutes to do. Yep. Warren being studious, of course, still looking at the instructions.
Alright, so let's just proceed now with this.
The noodles.
Alright, just only 20 seconds or
For 20 seconds, yeah.
19 seconds is done.
So you gotta drain it really well.
Yeah.
Sorry for the bowl that looks like this. I mean, you've probably seen it in our vlogs, but if you haven't, it's a little bit aged. What can you say? But it makes the things taste better, just like a good old-fashioned cast iron skillet.
Right, let's do now the six again. Oh, vegetables.
Alright, now we can...
It's only guys, this only for 10 seconds because there's a cheese in it. And
Yeah, there's a cheese in it. Just to warm it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh!
Oops. Sorry. Just put in there. 3 seconds will do.
Just tossing the red paste in there too. Why not? Make sure it's all totally defrosted. I've been defrosted for 4 hours.
Double purpose too. It will remove the bacteria.
The bacteria, it's vacuum sealed, Warren. Shao for 30 seconds.
Could be 30 seconds.
Shao pork, done. 30 seconds. So what I told you about Warren and lumping it all in one bowl, he made 2 bowls. Although they say, please put them in chef quality bowls. Well, the one in blue looks more like it, you know what I mean? And if you have a really good photographic memory, yes, this is the one bowl that we put ant eggs in one time, or served it in. Okay, in the meantime, because we're just heating up the broth a little bit.
Yeah, guys, finally I knew it. This is papaitan.
Warren's been playing with this because it kind of looks like papaitan bile. Put the broth on both sides, yes?
Yeah.
Because this does serve 2 people, but Warren's saying, I don't want any, sir. He's just watching his figure. Warren's been very health conscious lately as far as his weight goes.
Because we have fight.
Yeah, because he's got to fight, yeah.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, indeed. You put it to the side, it's all flopping like that. Okay.
Smells good.
You know, you could, don't put it to the side of the bowl. You could kind of put it in the middle. Yes, there you go. That's the way to plate it. That's right. All right. 2 slices. Yes, that looks beautiful. Beautiful. Well, not on the pork itself. You don't have to put it there. Like my dad used to say, what's the use of just like being so dainty about laying out the ingredients? It's all gonna go in your stomach anyway. Yeah. What happened to the red paste? It's just like sunk to the bottom, it seems. I guess you should have put it in an island on the pork and not after all, huh? There we go. Don't forget the other bowl. What? Oh, that's it. Cut the cheese.
Everyone loves cheese. Cheesy.
There are some there are some people
Doesn't like it.
There have to be people out there in the world who don't like cheese. If you are one of them, leave a comment. Though I promise I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just nod at you and say, alright, acknowledge that you watch this thing. That just means you're watching. Yeah, look at all that awesome cheese though. My Parmesan cheese. Don't forget that big fat slab though. The other one. That's just the Parmesan.
Sir, pakibayad na lang, sir.
Warren got his delivery of something from Shopee or Lazada or whatever. Some phone stand. And so if this doesn't taste as good, it's all his fault. It's not Ramen Nagi's fault, it would be.
No,
his
it's
fault.
the Shopee.
Yeah, that guy too. He went running to pay
Cause he ruined my moment doing this.
Okay. The last slabs of cheese. They almost look as if they're like the Kraft cheddar cheese that comes from a can. Any of you probably, if older viewers especially, would be nostalgic for Kraft cheddar cheese out of a can from a balikbayan box. Now, when that stuff is good, by the way. Strangely good, the Kraft cheddar cheese in the can. You definitely smell the cheesiness in there. Not a single shred left to waste. There you go.
Wait, the last part.
This is one of the gentlest things in the world, a soft-boiled egg. Ooh la la, Warren, to scoop that out. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh la la, Warren. Oh, you still got a little bit of yolk there. Drop like it's hot. Yeah, drop like it's melted. Alright, everyone, I am going to taste this in a bit. Alright, we're thankfully and mercifully out of the blazing sun and out of that, canopy-less patio of ours that's our kitchen. So, it's again the Green King ramen from Ramen Nagi. Of course, we got this as a good to-go box from Metro Manila. And sorry for the humming, if there's any humming on here, if it's Mike's picking it up, because it is a very hot September day, as if it feels like May. And May gets so uncomfortably hot in the Philippines. Okay. Let's try out our broth first, of course. That's the way to do this. Full of veggies and aromatic. So I'm expecting something like pesto cheese sort of profile. This broth doesn't taste as luscious in the mouth feel. But I'll give that another try. I think I got some of that red paste from the bottom. So I think it has sifted right into the soup. Almost, yeah. Sifted right into the soup. There's some out here. I feel that the broth is a little more watery and not as luxurious as expecting. There it is. It's kind of a coagulated mess here. Oh. I blame Warren, of course. Yeah, I'll blame Warren for making it a little mushy. Noodle, again, is more of a Warren thing than the Ramen Nagi thing. Otherwise, it would be like perfectly al dente. Try out some xiao. Again, as usual, nice proportion between, you know, the leanness and then the nice bit of fat makes lend some juiciness. And of course, you want a nice lean cut so you can have some more of that xiao seasoning and sauce that's permeating through that meat. Gotta bind it up with our soft-boiled egg. So I think with that pesto and cheese, I'm a little let down that the broth, the mouth feels, first of all, is that it's a bit soupy. It's not as you can see, a little watery. And then the other thing is the pesto is very mild, sedate. The cheese doesn't really add any real body to this soup either. I like the flavors, I just feel texturally that broth is a little off. So, in conclusion, you should really try this at the restaurant, which I think will be more magical. I don't really have too much to say about everything else about this. Just check out my Butao and Red King video that I had done, you know, part 1, and this is part 2. This is, you know, decent stuff. I'm just let down by the watery texture of the broth. It needs to be richer, and especially you're adding cheese and you're adding pesto. Let's see what it's like from the ugly bowl. The ugly bowl. Okay. This one has a little more like that Parmesan cheese. It's very much like an Italian interpretation of Japanese ramen. But because the broth is on the watery side, you can't really get like that wash feel that you get from like creamy pork tonkotsu broth. You know what I mean, of course, when I say that. Alright. So, this one is just, okay. That's my grade for this. Yeah. And of course, you gotta go to the Ramen Nagi and enjoy it right then and there. Of course. I feel this one more than the other 2 boxes I've had. So I'm gonna wrap this up eventually with the last video when we do the Squid Ink variation, the Ramen Nagi Black King. We will do that. This is the last video. So stay tuned for that one. I have more exciting food adventures. Well, you might find this exciting too. You know, doing like these gourmet instant noodles that from our favorite restaurants that we cannot, you know, go to because we're in quarantine or because we're in areas of quarantine or, you know, so on and so forth. So always good to have something that reminds us of restaurant quality ramen in this case. Restaurant quality food while at home. Yeah, and staying safe, of course. So you guys stay safe at home as always. And if you really like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And better yet, please subscribe for more. I mean, we got a lot more fun stuff for you. So get in on the ground floor and subscribe. And until next time, keep cool but care. Remember, the empire never ended.